Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Soul Intuition and your monthly collective tarot reading. I've got your oracle cards shuffled and ready to go for you. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. Not every message may resonate with you. Take what does, leave what does not here because it could be for someone else. All right. I've got your oracle cards over here. I took a peek already as I was shuffling. Messages are already starting to come through, but let's see what your tarot card channeling message has to say. There is kind of a message of, Aquarius, you're seen as the star. And the first thing I looked at was the star. And as I tuned into this energy, it feels a little bit like perhaps at this time, and now I'm looking at the chest of this individual on this card. Perhaps at this time, you're not really wanting to be seen by. It almost feels like you're keeping something about yourself under wraps. Some of you, some of you, I'm hearing, could have gone dark on social media where you're just not posting as much. There is also this message around. It's okay. Think about it this way. I don't know how to describe it other than this. If you have like a bunch of energy going out in different directions, it feels to me, Aquarius, like you really have cocooned your energy in to almost like retain your reserves, if that makes sense. There could also be there is a message coming out here of watching your back with something. Some of you could feel maybe even a little bit defensive at this time about something that happened. Perhaps for some of you, you were in or you had some sort of a relationship where you really bared your heart, and it just feels like it wasn't handled with care. And this could be in a romantic partnership, friendship, family relationship, etc. It just feels like at this time, and it's interesting, I just like almost like gripped where my zipper is on my jeans, and that's right where my sacral chakra is. It feels to me like you could just be feeling like you really need to protect yourself at this time. Okay. It almost feels like, with the way that I'm kind of zoning into this card, like you really are wanting to find a feeling of safety and serenity. And now I'm remembering some of the cards, interestingly enough. It feels like you're really wanting to find a sense of sanctuary and safety where things are just quiet and you don't have to be kind of with your guard up. Some of you could have poured a lot of emotional energy into someone or something, and that could be, for some of you, I'm getting the message that I don't love this message. And I don't feel like it's for everyone. This could just be a one-off message, but I have to say it since it's here. For some of you, I'm picking up on a relationship dynamic where someone poured so much energy and love into another person, and there was a realization that the other person, there was a third party dynamic, and they were pouring love and energy somewhere else. It doesn't feel like it compares to the level of love and commitment that you had to this person, but it was still like, it feels like that's a part of whatever this is coming up. And maybe for you, Aquarius, with this full moon energy happening today on October 17th, that could be coming up to the surface as a part of healing. Let's see what other messages come through with this oracle. Okay, so we have focus coming out here. Leopards could be significant for some of you, or cats in general. We have faith. We have balance. Whoop. And we have peace. So this is what I remembered when I was tuning into that energy. To me, it feels like whatever it is that you're trying to kind of almost, it felt like I was zoning out and putting myself in this very serene state of mind. For some of you, you could find yourself really focusing on things that allow you to connect to that feeling of safety within yourself and within dynamics that bring that out of you. It does feel like at this time you're focusing on how to, I'm hearing, restore your faith in whatever context this is. Since it's a general reading, it could be faith in yourself, faith in others, faith in, the global climate that we're in right now. Your faith in a higher power is even coming through, Aquarius. It definitely feels like you're wanting to connect with the energy of faith and trusting. I'm also hearing that there is some higher purpose to all things that happen. It also feels like you're focusing heavily on finding a state of balance. You could be moving away from energies that cause you to become unsteady, or blocking out people or experiences. Maybe that's why you went dark on social media, that make you feel imbalanced. There's also an energy of focusing on what brings you peace. Maybe you're focusing more on meditation. Breath work is coming through, yoga, anything that helps you to get into that hypnotic state where you can kind of tune out and shut down what you're not wanting to welcome into your experience. We have limitless coming out here. Begin again. Protection and ghost. I remember when these came out, I was a little bit like confused by it, but let's see what comes up. With this energy of limitless, it feels to me like the more you practice being in that hypnotic state or meditation or whatever it is, wherever you feel that sense of openness or limitless or oneness, whatever you want to call it, the more that you practice that, the more it inspires you to kind of move into the next steps and the next phases, because it does feel like at this time you are in a protective mode of yourself. Like I said, you could be watching your back. You could be almost, it feels like scrutinizing the people in your life and questioning their motives. And I feel like that's what this ghost energy could be, is perhaps there is this feeling at this time, Aquarius, of not knowing what people's intentions are. You could be looking at people in your life and questioning who they are and what they're doing here, right? It feels to me like this ghost energy is not so much, like spiritual being. We're all spiritual beings, not so much like a spirit being or a ghost coming to visit you. While some of you could have those experiences, not discrediting that, it feels to me like this protection is from beings that you fear could be wearing a mask. Because the ghost in this card is like a little Halloween spooky ghost. It's got a sheet, right? So what is underneath the surface of these beings in my life that could potentially hurt me? This could be things that are coming up for you with this full moon that perhaps I could assist you with belief code. Maybe there's some outdated belief systems that are creating this energy for you. If that feels aligned to you, please reach out to me. I'd love to explain to you how this energy healing modality that I use and love works. But it feels like at this time, that is a big theme for you, is learning to connect to the self and bring that sacredness that you feel within through. And also deciphering who in your life is there to support you. I'm also hearing who is trustworthy. All right, so let's see how this tarot message plays out. Some of you could be moving through like a big, kind of like a purging energy with this full moon. If you have selenite, put this next to your bed. It feels like that'll really help you to kind of like clear the chaotic energies that are going on. If it feels aligned to you, place it on your heart chakra. I'll place it on my lap for this reading. All right, what is going on for Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising? What do they need to hear, know, or see? We're doing a Celtic cross today. Thank you, great archangels, for these messages for Aquarius. You know, it's really funny. These cards are not shuffling nicely. There's a lot of gunky energy here, and that could be why energy healing is coming up. But what I find interesting is that I got frustrated by my cards not shuffling properly. Typically, I kind of laugh about it, but today it feels frustrating. Like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this feeling good? Perhaps that's a message that the more you work at it, or perhaps reach out for assistance from those that are trusted, whether those are loved ones or they're healers of whatever variety, that'll help you to get that energy flowing again. All right, what is this message for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising? What do they need to know for this month of October and moving forward? 2 more. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Swords, which clarifies to me this energy of watching your back or questioning who has your best interests at heart. It does feel to me like perhaps after some feeling of being the energy of betrayal comes up here, and I keep looking at this ghost card off to the side. So perhaps there are some people in your experience that you feel have, you know, in the past, people who have worn a mask, or people who in the present moment you're questioning if they're wearing a mask. There is this feeling of questioning or thinking about potential betrayals or sneakiness, or it almost feels like an energy of someone being sidestepped. There is just this feeling of looking at those things and having a hard time moving forward. You are moving forward, and you're moving towards pursuing a lot of happiness, and that is clear by what just came out. But it's almost like maybe it's just with this full moon. My nose just can't stop itching right now. Perhaps it's with this full moon, you know, these things are coming up for you as a message that it's time to release. All right, so at the center of the reading, we have the Ace of Cups, which is beautiful energy, and the Four of Wands. Some of you could be in, I'm hearing, a fantastic, supportive relationship at this time. Some of you could be very connected with your loved ones of whatever type they are. Some of you could be feeling really great about your home life situation, even if you're not in a romantic partnership. Ace of Cups is traditionally new love, or a love offer, or love opportunity. But for me, this is the energy of love itself. So for some of you, you could be really loving the place that you're at, that you've created, whether this is in partnership or not. Four of Wands can be a home, it can be partnerships, it can be a feeling or a sense of safety and stability. We've got the Five of Cups here under the Four of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. So some of you, if you have been struggling with a feeling of sadness or depression, I'm hearing that could come and go. It may not be a consistent thing. You could be getting clarity on what it is that you want to cultivate more. Perhaps those energies of faith, balance, and peace, in order to sustain this harmonious kind of energy that you have available to you. What's crossing this Ace of Cups? We've got the Devil. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. I heard Sun, Moon, or Rising, so perhaps that's resonant for you as one of your Moon or Rising signs, or it could be someone with Capricorn placements. There is a feeling of tightness or heaviness in the chest in this reading. Some of you could be dealing with some anxiety or grief that's kind of come up at this time, that it feels like could be affecting whatever it is in your life that is working really well for you with this Ace of Cups. Some of you specifically could have received a love opportunity from a Capricorn, if that's your story. That maybe for some of you, you've been waiting on for a long period of time, and that's finally coming through. We have Justice card and the Knight of Cups here as well, so like down the line. So there is an energy of that present for you. Some of you, if the story about the betrayal with a partner is resonant, there is that message coming through that maybe that individual could be coming back around and offering some sort of, it could be a love opportunity with the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, but it does also feel like with the Justice card here, it could be some sort of an apology or acknowledgement of their wrongdoings. All right, let's see what else comes up here. What's in the recent past? Thank you. We've got the Knight of Wands and not the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands and the Two of Cups. So again, there is emphasis on partnership in this reading that keeps coming up. With the King of Wands in the recent past, some of you could be in a very passionate partnership that could be helping to heal some things for you around that energy of people wearing a mask. Can I trust their true intentions? There could be, for some of you in the recent past, a partnership that is helping you heal some of those things. And perhaps see that there can be balanced and reciprocal relationships. For those of you that is not your story, I'm getting the message that for some of you, this isn't a romantic partner, it's friendships. There is also a message here for some of you that in developing and cultivating the things that make you feel kind of like your own master, that make you feel powerful and like the creator of your own experience, the manifester, if you will. It's bringing a lot of healing to your life and giving you the sense that you can kind of accomplish anything, which is absolutely true. And I love that energy. For some of you, perhaps for a period of time, because of whatever challenges that you experience, that we've touched on this reading, that feeling of defensiveness, your challenging experiences have prompted you to see just how far you can come on your own. And that's really powerful. Okay. What is in the upcoming near future? We've got the Hanged Man coming out and the Knight of Cups. So for some of you, if you've been waiting on some sort of a romantic offer, yeah, that's definitely here. There is this energy of waiting. Hangman and the Two of Swords are both energies of waiting for something to work out. That is here, and we have the Page of Pentacles right behind it. So some of you could be receiving some sort of a message. And you remember what I said with the Knight of Cups? There's this energy of perhaps for some of you, even if it's not a romantic offer or a proposal of some kind, perhaps some of you could be having like an up-leveling of your romantic relationship if you're in one. Perhaps for some of you, you have a romantic partner making you some sort of an offer. But there's also a message here of, for those of you that it resonates, perhaps an apology from someone that has hurt you in the past coming in that you've been waiting on in a way. Not waiting on in the sense that you've put your life on hold, but kind of like that person should apologize for the way they treated me. There is an energy of that coming to fruition. Yeah, we've got the Six of Cups in the above position and the Ace of Wands. Some of you could have known this was coming. And I see the High Priestess here as well. Some of you could have had a strong intuitive sense that this is coming, whether this is a soulmate coming into your experience, this is that a former partner coming back into your life to offer you some sort of an acknowledgement or apology for what transpired, or this is that up leveling of the relationship. We've got the Six of Cups and the Three of Cups here, and the Six of Wands, saying that there's success. This does feel like a good experience, no matter what the situation, no matter how the situation fits into your life, Aquarius. This does feel like a good experience. Okay, I'm being told to get one more on this. Let's get a clarifier for the Six of Cups, please. Thank you. We've got the Death card here. So some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Scorpio season could be significant for some of you. It's coming up, I think in a few days we move into Scorpio season. Or maybe next week. I'm trying to think. Yes, I think it's next week. So Scorpio season could be really significant for you into Sagittarius season, which is the season that comes after. But it does feel like there's a lot of healing and transformation that you've been kind of almost like waiting for that last piece, either that relationship that is helping you to heal, or the person that comes back into your life that finally, I'm feeling and hearing, I'm hearing confesses their wrongdoings. There's just this big feeling around something that you've been waiting to heal, finally having its transformative moment. And I can feel tears welling up in my eyes as this happens. So this feels really good and really healing, and like you have your moment of acknowledgement for whatever it is that you've suffered from. Whether this is, it feels like for a lot of you, this is in the past. Whether this is from the person that hurt you or from a new person that is helping you heal those wounds. All right, my camera cut me off for some unknown reason. So I'm going to take that as a sign to just leave that message here and not get swept up in my feelings. Maybe that's a message for you, Aquarius, to, even if this is a really profound emotional moment for you, not to get swept up in your feelings about whatever this is. In the below position, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So for some of you, this could be a commitment coming towards you. Some of you, we've had the Knight of Pentacles or the Knight of Cups come up several times with, and there it is again. And other soulmate type of energy. So for some of you, this could be a proposal coming your way. Take that only if it's yours, Sagittarius. But it does feel like some of you could also be dealing with a Taurus. It does feel like in the below position, you're moving towards so much more stability and groundedness that you've been waiting for. There is a feeling with this Hierophant of predictability. And almost in a way returning to something that's familiar to you. So some of you, this could be, it doesn't feel like, some of you, this could be a familiar person. But it feels more to me like a familiar energy. But in the sense that you know this is something that's good for you and helping you to align with your highest level self. I'm getting a message that for some of you, there could have been people in your life or experiences or situations that have kind of dragged you down. And it feels like whatever you're moving towards or whatever is coming in for you. And I feel like getting emotional again. Perhaps this full moon is making you very emotional, Aquarius. But it does feel like you're being aligned with people, experiences that you're truly deserving of and that are deserving of you as well. Okay, what is in the challenge position for Aquarius? Challenge. We've got the Six of Wands and the Moon card. So desiring that victory, desiring that success, but maybe having those kind of like seeds from the past interfering, or like almost like those deep insecurities saying, you can't do this, you can't, like, you know, you're not worthy. Good things don't happen to you, Aquarius. It does feel like there are those little seeds of doubt that could be coming up at this time, perhaps with this full moon, about the past. If that feels resonant for you, Aquarius, those could be outdated belief systems that you don't need to carry with you anymore. And if you have interest in energetically releasing those and physically releasing those, please reach out to me. Yeah. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, the Five of Swords. I'm again getting this message about maybe you're trying to pull your energy back from something, because there could be some fear about moving forward as well, related to the feelings of I can't or I'm not good enough. Some of you could be feeling like your current situation is moving too quickly, maybe even. And it does feel like those are related to those self-limiting beliefs, like maybe self-sabotage energy. I'm not good enough. Oh, wow, that really took the wind out of my sails. I leaned over to pick up this card. Sorry, that sounded really dramatic. We've got the Strength card and the Ten of Pentacles. So whatever is kind of being called into your life, whether this is a relationship of whatever variety it is, it does feel like it is here to support you and help you to continue your journey of healing yourself and moving towards things you are deserving of and what is deserving of you. All right, I also see the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. It's time to move forward. It's time to take that leap of faith, the universe says. So, all right, let's move into the next spot. What am I looking at here? Outside influence for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. We've got the Three of Swords coming in. I almost heard coming in. I did hear coming in hot. So for those of you that there is a person of the past where there's conflict or heartache or pain or imbalance, that maybe you're still holding on to that energy, that person could be coming around in whatever way. One more for this Three of Swords, please, and likely the outside influence. The Wheel of Fortune. There could be something that you need to let go of from the past. Whatever this pain is, whether this is a person or a situation, the universe is saying it's time to move beyond that so you can continue to or begin to experience this reciprocal relationship. Whether that's with a friend, a lover, a family member, whatever it is. It does feel like this is a personal partnership, though, rather than career. All right, what is happening in the hopes and fears for Aquarius and Moon Rising? We've got a few. So perhaps your fears at this time are, those pains of the past, those challenges, those conflicts, those people that brought you feelings of imbalance or insecurity. I'm hearing that holding on to this any longer, or maybe even if that person or that individual is coming into your life, maybe offering some sort of acknowledgement or apology, if even letting that person step foot into your experience could cause you to feel a decrease in the healing and stability that you've built for yourself. It's that feeling of not wanting others to permeate your bubble that I spoke about earlier. All right, what is in the likely outcome for Aquarius? Oh, that was just way too many cards. Oh my goodness. They just all like flipped over at once. I see the Hermit too far away for me to reach and under my table on the floor. That tells me that if you are feeling like you're protecting your bubble or you're not letting others in, that could shift for you to where you become a bit more social again in the upcoming future. All right, what is the likely outcome? You like soften those boundaries or those barriers. Seven of Swords came out and the Page of Swords. It landed on the Wheel of Fortune. So for those of you that are needing to have some conversation with someone about either, startled me. I got a delivery and it really frightened me. And so as I'm talking about this, for those of you that need to have a conversation, perhaps about self-sabotaging tendencies, perhaps about the pain that you've experienced, the feelings of betrayal, it could be a really scary conversation for you to have. Like even now, my heart is pounding. But it does feel like that is necessary, and the universe could be bringing that up for you right now in this full moon experience. We've got the 8 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. So there is this reoccurring message at this time, Aquarius, to have the conversation with those that you are close to. Invite love in your heart for yourself and for this other individual, even if it's not a situation where you are presently in a loving dynamic with them. Perhaps it's really difficult and challenging, but hold the energy and intention of love for yourself and love for others. And that's going to help you to move through or navigate this experience and be able to authentically communicate whatever the 7 of Swords is for you. So perhaps it's that feeling of betrayal for how, the ways that they hurt you, or perhaps for some of you, these are self-sabotaging tendencies that you're ready to communicate and move away from. Aquarius, I'll remind you, if you need any assistance with healing this or coming out of those barriers that you've created for yourself at this time, I would be delighted to assist you. You can find the ways to reach me or book a session on my website. That's all linked through my YouTube channel. But I will leave this here for now. Aquarius, bit of an intense reading. My eyes welled up with, I had a lot of emotions happening. My eyes welled up with tears. I was very frightened. I'm feeling called to tell you that my heart is with you at this time. Whatever it is that you're moving through, I am holding space for you. If you feel inclined, Aquarius, please like, share, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out in growing this channel and reaching more of you with these readings. Until next time, be well.